Good morning.
Good morning.
Professor PM Dharma, the Vice Chancellor, is with us. On behalf of Hebich Technical Training Institute Management, Karnataka Christian Education Society, and staff and students, you welcome you, sir. Thank you for.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's a blessing to our institution. So I request Mr. Edwin Paulose to kindly continue.
Sir, now our programs are very informal. We don't set agenda. We allow the visionaries to set the agenda. So our punchline is Global TV speaks through the visionaries. Global TV speaks through the visionaries. So that if we speak, we tend to make mistake. That's why we are passing it through visionaries. So we expect what mistake we make, we suppose the visionaries to edit it and correct it. So we are submissive to the visionaries than going and commanding them to come into our pipeline. This is the basic vision we have. Now, drawing from your own earlier conversation with us, now we have set a general simple topic. The world is progressing, but problems are increasing. Can we do something collectively about it? Yeah. Please start the conversation, sir.
Namaste to all. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity being here. This is the first time I have visited Hebich. After having seen what was really going on here, I am extremely happy to see my young boys and then also girls doing a different kind of exercise, bringing back the life, bringing back the trust and the kind of enthusiasm that they have in not only finishing the products, also reviving the history. Congratulations to Hebich and the principal, staff, students and everybody. And this is one of the finest places I have seen in Mangalore, where life is created, where moral is created, responsibility is created. You are not only producing the items, based on the order, you are also giving shape to life. I am extremely happy. Congratulating all the family members who have enrolled the awards here as students. I think this is what exactly we wanted. We are looking for all skills, all kinds of skills. Our grandparents had skills, that's how this system is surviving. But today the skill defined is a very different kind of skill today. And that's why you train them in some mechanical kind of things. Anyway, that is a different story altogether. Continuing with what Paul Sab saying, I said we are one of those countries in the world where dramatic kind of changes have taken place. Progress, you see everywhere the progress. I can quote myself, respected Devan Sir is one of the known doctors, our NSS officer, and then the ma'am, she is doing a wonderful social cause, you and Paul Sab, all my youngsters. Each one of us have a role to play here. It is because the life has become so complicated. Our progress has nothing to do with defining the life here. Our progress is causing danger to large number of people. It's a democracy, therefore we need to work it out on the mathematical way. If the large number of people are getting benefited, then the progress and the development and the kind of revolution taking place has a meaning. If the progress is only reaching the very few handful of people, then I think we need to question large number of things. Let me take up 2 to 3 things and then Mangalore has large number of schools and colleges, medical colleges, engineering colleges. Nowhere in India, you have this great blessings from the God, where you have absolutely great world-known institutions. But at the same time, the human index is absolutely problematic to all of us. Your heart is not pumping blood to love each other. Your heart is not pumping blood in terms of collectivity, cooperation. Somewhere I think we are going away from the normal human life, which is causing large number, which is creating large number of questions. Not that we are full of problems, not that we are full of crisis here, but you can't avoid crisis. Youngsters are not in our control today. we can't control them. They are not in a position to listen to what we say. As a teacher, I know it is very difficult for me to make them sit in a class and listen to what I say. What I say may be very, very old story. What I say is a story derived from a successful doctor. What I say is a story derived from an environmentalist, from somebody who is really working for the cause of the youth. But the students want something else now. They want all kinds of instant life, instant romantic life. When I say romantic, please don't mistake me, goodness in the life. And they want it at a one stroke of life. It is not possible. When I come to Hebich and then see students filing and then doing this work, this skill is basically a hard working skill. Now the youngsters do not want hard work, sit back at the air conditioned room and mint money overnight. And they can do anything for money today, and this is the saddest part of story. They will not do anything for love, they do not do anything for the mutual respect. A senior person with a wonderful track record sitting next to us, what an honor to sit with him. But I don't think that any youngsters are honoring him with kind of achievements that he has made, his team has made as far as saving the life. There are n number of boys who have been rescued from ma'am, and then she knows what exactly that she is doing. And every plant that I have planted is going to give life. That is what Vineetha ma'am says. And you are training large number of youngsters, building the confidence in the nation as well. Paul sir, making use of media. Look at all these roles. Youngsters do not want all these kinds of things. These are all risky things. All that what you do is a risky job, which the youngsters do not want to take up. I therefore look at youngsters as somebody who have been demoralized for some reasons. Doctors like Devan sir must help us in explaining why the youngsters are going away from us, why the youngsters are not controllable today, why the youngsters are losing the base. I'll tell you, Paul sir, if this is what is going to go for the next 10 to 20 years, I think we will have to redefine the history. And it is inevitable that we are going to redefine history, because when I come to Hebich, there is a history built here. What a great treasure. People must come and see how history was built here, how life was built here. Not even 1 square of meal could be earned without hard work. That is what this Hebich tells me now, and that is what I understood. People struggled earlier to have a square meal. And our youngsters do not understand. Most of them are in a very comfort zone, sir. Parents have money, parents have given so much of pocket money, they don't know how to even create 10 rupee a day. They don't know the value of money, and that is one of the reasons why they are not in our control today. I am extremely sorry to tell my all young friends today, not blaming you, but we want you to be part of our nation. We want you to be part of our generation. We want you to be our asset. We don't want to lose you. The generations have to go and go and then go. Miles to go before you sleep. What a great story that we have. And what are the problems? You have n number of list of problems today. As I said, Mangalore is growing and you have sky-reaching buildings in Mangalore, but you don't have a sky-reaching aspirations in your heart. And that is where exactly my problem is. I'll continue if once you interact once again with me. Also.
Yes, it was wonderful. Very good morning to Hebich. And I have to reframe the statement in old is gold. So today in Hebich, I saw that old is diamond. So they are going to, very shortly going to celebrate Diamond Jubilee. And being a psychologist, being a practicing psychologist, rescuing the boys from addiction and other things, what I could really see is that the way they were filing, the way they were doing their work on the lathe and other things, these are all, in other words, in a psychologic language, is known as the fine motor skills and the gross motor skills, which are working and which are not allowing them to get away from the reality of life. So that is the one thing what we have to say. And always as an educationalist, I say is, the way we teach subject, English, history, geography, civics, social, maths, all the subject, we also should teach these kind of mechanism. As Sir rightly said, for my post-graduation student, 3 months or 6 months, it is a wonderful idea, sir. That is what they have to know, what exactly is a screwdriver, what exactly is a cutting plier. So with this, I would like to say that the work what I am doing as a special educator, rescuing the boys, I see today boys who are just 9 years into addiction. And when I ask the parent from how no madam, ಇದು just maybe ಒಂದು ವಾರದಿಂದ ಈ ಥರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. But when I really interview the child, it is a sad thing for me to know he knew about it at the age of 5 and he got on hands at 6 and he continued at 7. So from 5 years the child is then, where are the parents? So whom to be blamed? Is it the situation? Is it the drug availability? Is it the accessibility? Or the child is not monitored? Is it that we say, both the parents are working? If both the parents are working, where is the child? Who is taking up the child? So there plays a major role as a teacher. As a teacher, I should understand this child was very happy yesterday. Today, he is not able to understand. So that is the kind of training that each teacher has to understand. What is the methodology what they are using in the classroom to identify the child at the early stage of any such kind of addiction. So the intervention takes place at the bench level. So if you forget the bench level, at the table level, it is a disaster. So in between the bench and the table, there is a desk. That is the desk where we just keep our hands, start writing what we have. So this bench level, desk level and the table level plays a major role in the child's life, in the family life. And addiction is the only disease which is a progressive disease and it's a family disease. Any other disease, whether it is heart disease, whether it is cancer or any kind of, even if it is HIV, AIDS, even that is only an individual. But if it is addiction, the entire family is, they have that social stigma. I am not going to attend that party because they are going to ask about my husband. They are also going to ask about my son, my brother, my uncle. So I have no answer. Best thing is I avoid. So first thing in addiction is that social distancing. So what exactly is addiction? Addiction is a disease which is not accepted. Especially in India, the social stigma, they are still not open up. When you go to any places like US, UK, European countries, Western countries, anywhere you go, they say, yeah, my son has a problem, my husband has a problem. They openly say. And everywhere rehabilitation is a common concept, what they can say. They communicate, I need rehabilitation, I have to go there. I am addicted to alcohol, I am addicted to smoking, anything. Whether it is shopping, even workaholic. When I first met, that time APJ Abdul Kalam was our president. So that time he said, under what category do you consider me? So all the gunmen, everybody were there. And then I said, sir, you come under workaholic. So his eyebrows raised and it came down. And then he invited me to Delhi for a dinner. So that was the thing, that even being highly educated, highly knowledgeable, we don't know under what addiction we are. So is our addiction a positive or a negative one? So if a child of 5 years is not understanding, is accessible, and 4 years as a mother I have accepted, that child feels it's a normal thing. By the time this child becomes a disaster, he should reach his adulthood. He should complete his teenager. Then he comes to his adulthood. Then he feels that without this addiction, his life is impossible. He is powerless over addiction. That is the time. Then it is too late. So that is the thing, that we want to take this drive with the student, as not as hugs but no drugs. No, I don't use any words as drug. It is just in a SAP club, Substance Abuse Prevention Club. Every child, every student, right from first PUC till his post-graduation, till her post-graduation, they have to be a member about this. At least they will know that my hands are on drugs, my hands are on substance, my hands are on this. So how should I come to know that? The moment we start talking, I think half of the problem stops. Otherwise, believe me, according to the research what I have done, every school will have a rehabilitation center. So prevention, we have to take that prevention in the form of awareness. So on this 18th July 2024, in this historic place, I think a historic start, I think nobody in Mangalore or in Karnataka or India has thought about such a kind of vision what we have to do, collectively how we can address the problem. It is not that one person, educationist is here, Again, the social reformer is here, the medical person is, the skilled person is there, the media person is there. So this is not just of one person. This itself shows, that this problem is huge. Somewhere down the line, we are responsible than telling that they are responsible. So this we have started with we. Inshallah, wish us all the best and be a part of it. Thank you for this opportunity. It's a great pleasure to be with you on this platform, sir. Thank you.
Just to give before the mic is given to ma'am's one sentence. Ma'am, there is a psychologist whom I knew earlier. He only told me he has found out the reason why the addiction comes in. We keep the child away from the family, and then it is this being absolutely loneliness makes the child to go for some alternative. Either he eats mud. Mud is something, yes. I don't know whether you have heard about this story, Dr. Saab. Yeah. The child, if he is kept aloof, he start eating something whichever is available, maybe sometimes sugar or whatever, anything. And I have heard people also consuming kerosene oil in rural areas because he is just absolutely aloof from others. And that's how he or she gets addicted to something and able to do anything afterwards. And he doesn't understand, discriminate between the blood and then the milk, or the violence and then the other thing. And sometimes he or she grows more dangerous. And we request therefore the family to see that it's all the family values that matters. The family matters so much. However big you are, yes. However workaholic you are, however occupied you are, the children needs to be molded with the whatever respective families you belong to. And the family is a strength. And sir, in the name of development, we are also losing family. And that's why more problems. We are losing family. We have more problems is because the fundamental is missing.
I am a bridge speaker and I am a light speaker. I normally speak before shooting and after shooting. Normally I don't interfere. I tell the media man has nothing to do with when people are talking sense, the media person should keep away from the site. Now, like doing 2000 TV episodes, hearing so many visionaries, I copy others' vision and pump it through my mouth. That is how things come from me. One thing which is very paining is when there is a damage happen to environment. The biggest damage in any city in the name of development which is happening towards the nature. And this is, people take it in the name of development. They destroy rivers, they destroy nature and they make buildings. And after some years, the law will come and take action. Now in Mangalore particularly, the CS, this one, coastal regulatory zone rule is very much strong. But still we destroy the rivers and construct buildings. And all the systems will be taking bribe and all supporting that. They tell in the name of development and all loopholes, and they do all kind of magics in that. And after several years, maybe after 20 years, 30 years, the people who buy the property, the law will come saying this is constructed in coastal regulatory zone and this should be demolished. In Cochin it has happened. 2 large buildings got demolished on Supreme Court order. Marad is the place. And the people who lost money was the common man. By the time the builders made money and gone. And that is not the topic I want to talk. What I want to talk is how we can build nature. Forget about the destruction side which others should take care. We can't do nothing. I think we have nothing much to do on that. But how we can build nature based on your experiments in Miyawaki forest and so many things which you have taken initiative with the students and nature lovers and all. There you can connect and we make a conversation.
Yes. Good morning to the viewers. Yes. I am very happy to say something about what we have done already. Being in an educational institution, it's very important for us to practice what we preach. And then students automatically follow, imitate what we are doing. And in the college, what we have done is that regularly we have cleanliness drive so that students understand the value of human labor. Instead of the college Aya cleaning, we ourselves clean the classrooms, we ourselves clean the campus and make it. And sometimes we get a lot of questions on that, why to make the students. At home also they don't make. Even in the college education institutions also we don't train them. Then who trains them? So it's our responsibility also. So as a thing, what we did is that at School of Social Work, Roshni also, we have this Miyawaki forest. About 250 native plants are planted. The whole responsibility is taken by the students now. Though Mr. Jeet with the Vana Charitable Trust, the plants, all that direction was given to us. And then now it is a responsibility of the student community to take it forward, to see that the plants are preserved, to see whether there is any danger. Everything has to be taken care by the students. That's how they learn. Only theory we by heart that, write in the exam and get 100 out of 100. No point. But when we do practically, we learn. We will never forget what we practice.
Okay. I'm so happy that you have a wonderful voice from different schools of thought, environment, and then the protecting the youngsters, skill, and then the medical media. So let us all come together. Let us all come together, create a common platform. I don't think that there is anything that can replace this coming together idea. It is not just we come together, the ideas come together. It is the idea now. We need the idea, and we need that idea where we bring back the life once again. So supposing you plant trees. In Roshni what happens is a wonderful experience where the genuine Gandhian idea is brought into practice. All of them are doing extending the respect to Gandhi. I am so grateful to you. If all of us do this, I think the one layer of workers, what is called Safai Karmacharis, they will not have job here. Wonderful. But the dignity of life for them, I think, can be provided with different alternative job. I clean my toilet. What a wonderful idea. I clean my classroom. And if I do that, I understand the value of the labor, dignity of the labor, which we don't do. Why the modern society is very hierarchical, white collar job and then the blue collar job and the extra colors jobs here are all hierarchical mindset. With this kind of environment, not only planting trees or also taking care of our own premises is a wonderful idea. Self-sufficiency is what exactly that we need to do today as far as the youngsters are concerned, and youngsters are to be taught. There is a sense of belongingness to the institutes. If these premises are cleaned by the students, they are able to manage their house in the future. They marry, they will have their family, they will have their grandparents, neighborhood, seniors, will all have people with whom they will survive. But the sense of belongingness has to be taught, and that is what Madam was trying to say. Roshni is teaching them, which most of us are not doing. Most of us are not. We hire people, even at home, sir, if your economic status is slightly higher, for everything, even to polish your shoe, you have a maid. Even to clean your plate after you eat, eat whatever rice, idli, whatever, there is somebody to clean. So you don't know what to do at home. And that's how people become so, and that's why people fall prey for all kinds of these addictions. We don't know the value of the work. I have heard people saying, youngsters do not even pray at home. Yeah. Whichever religion you belong to, yes. The Mohammedans and the Christians and the Hindus here, Jains here will all leave. Youngsters do not know even how to pray. Each religion has its own prayer. They don't even have by-hearted the prayers as well, or they don't even have internalized the prayers which elders would have loved to see from their younger generation. I am sorry to tell you, I think this is what exactly we need to do. We will all work together, see that youngsters are taught the basics of life. This mission has to teach them lessons, sir. Otherwise, we will lose this world. We will lose this world forever. Only they can protect us, not us. Or I think we lived our life.
And we are globally connected, not locally connected.
Exactly. And now the doctor's service to finish.
Now, before that, once Dr. Devan speak, then it is end of it. So you have 5 minutes now. Since the time is short now, that 5 minutes you need to talk about the dignity of skill training and people talking on the air and at the grassroots level, employability skill, and then artificial intelligence. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, education in the passport for the future. Now I reframe it. Skill-based technical education capacity in the way. We are sitting in an 180-year-old building. Hebich Technical Training Institute started in 1964. We are celebrating our diamond.
Congratulations.
Tagline is 87. Our tagline is honoring the past, inspire the future. So now the most important aspect is we have to understand how do we survive in this world. It's like artificial intelligence, for example. Artificial intelligence can transform India. But how it is getting transformed, it is like now the rich democracy. Rich democracy is through the rich economy, legal system, medical system, and even arts and culture. But all of it can be achieved only through education. The skill-based education is very important. And for that reason, since we are inspiring the future, we see today we are using mechanical stream. We are in the mechanical stream. This year, we have planned to start electric vehicle unit, which is a need of our mind. Electric vehicle unit, it's a big project and we are trying to reach out industries to start this project. And also, as ma'am said, the second project is the concept hygiene. Reconstruction of restrooms according to the requirement, present requirement. That is a concept we are reaching out industries. We are blessed to have a wonderful management, qualified faculty members, and of course the students. They are the performers. So our future is depending on artificial intelligence. But we are the human being. We have to compete with not with other human being. We are competing with the artificial intelligence. That's the spirit of every student to understand. So we are working on that part, and then this process and the prospect how we can achieve this artificial intelligence can create and contribute to the betterment of the society. We have to, only one motto is not that they are everybody have to be rank holders. We are transforming young individuals into the responsible citizens of the society. That's the motto.
Great, absolutely great. I have a small request to make before Dr. Sab says. Sir, I have a great dream. I am running an institution wherein about almost 100 women are working as the Swachat Sibbandi, keeping hygienic. They are also part of the cleaning toilets. I feel very bad. I see my mother when a senior woman cleans my own toilet. Sometimes I don't ask her to clean. I see my sister when somebody sweeps. Sir, please with Hebich, I request, I humbly join my hands to request, identify some pressure machines so that a dignified woman wear pant, shirt like us, like doctor, spray the toilet at distance. Don't go and then wash it in her hand. Yes, sir. And in the name of God, yes, sir, please identify a machine or a pressure machine so that at distance she stays. See how I spoil it. I go urinate. I go and do all my natural calls just for a bucket of water and come back. But she goes back and then cleans it. She goes back and cleans it. And I please do this something for me. I will be very, very grateful to all. Ask you our.
Definitely, sir. Next time when you visit, we will have that problem.
One pressure machine, so that at distance she is able to spray and then maintain her cleanliness. I have to see also she is clean. I also want to see she is as beautiful as ma'am. She is as beautiful as her. Yeah, definitely. And this is my aim. In next 4 years, I want to provide some machines to my cleaning squad where they don't use their hand in the university. Let it be the beginning from Hebich, and I will start with that.
So the task has already started.
Doctor, you have exactly 9 minutes.
Perfect. No, you should talk 7 minutes because you should have to that chat also.
Okay, Dr. Sir.
My privilege and honor to be sitting in the midst of luminaries to whose gigantic shadows I can't match. Nevertheless, having been given this opportunity, there are few words that struck me, and I will take cue from Sir's words. Today's youngsters are demotivated. How much difficult it is. Why don't they really strive? May I touch a few raw nerves that will touch your hearts and open minds. They said demotivated. Being a doctor, I should talk from a medical point of view. Starvation in the midst of plenty. Starvation in the midst of plenty. What is it? Diabetes. When cells can't take in glucose, midst of tons of glucose, they can't take it in because insulin is default. Isn't that what's happening today? Today parents feel, oh, my children should have luxury and affluence, which we never had, and they pour them with love, affection and tons of affluence. As a consequence, the fire that burnt in us, in our belly, is missing. So, should we create an artificial starvation in the midst of plenty? Advice, what you advise is what you yourself should do. Did I create an artificial starvation in my own family? I did, because I knew that my children will lose their motivation when they are flooded with affluence and everything. So, we lived a life of penury. Of course, not that I had any affluence much those days. Still, I was at the rock bottom of social financial structure, because they should know hunger, difficulty, pain, strive, and it should burn in them like it burnt in me. It should burn in the belly of students to really look at all the big CEOs in the world today. Did they have very difficult childhood? They did. Is it by design or default? Either way, they had a very difficult, painful childhood, and then they said, I should come out of this, and they strove. Strive and you will reach the very top. That's one. So therefore, parents, I am telling you very clearly, you may have fantastic affluence outside, but inside, I repeat this medical word, starvation in the midst of, live at the rock bottom. Let them learn the pain of not having so many. Oh, their classmates had fantastic gadgets, watches. No, you don't have anything. You want to buy? No, later you earn your livelihood. So, create that artificial penury. Believe me, if I can do it, you can do it too. Don't feel any sadness. No, you are doing some good. The other day somebody said, oh, the chick is coming out, I will break the shell and allow it to come out. It struggles with pain and difficulty and comes out, it makes a strong chick. You allow it to come out with ease, you are harming and they will die. So do not come in the way of struggle. That's how you got to come out, number one. Number two, in the universities, in Rajiv Gandhi University, other day I was there and they were talking about, I said, all of you take a good deep breath. Where did that come from, that oxygen? It came from trees. What are you holding? Papers. We are destroying the trees and making papers and all that. We are destroying what you yourself are taking. So it's high time we became paperless. Second, in that context, let me tell you, one whole lifetime, how much of oxygen you have taken? You have taken without asking anybody. Have you given it back? What you take from nature, give it back. In your lifetime, have you planted one tree? We should have a national policy. In your lifetime, plant one big tree that will give back to nature what you have taken it without asking anybody. Have you done that? No. If you do it, we will become carbon neutral. Which is this country that has a carbon neutral? As you know, there's one country that is carbon neutral, because their Greenland revolution is absolute. Bhutan. Oh my God, you should go to Bhutan and see. See how they have looked after giving back to nature. Do we do that? Have any one of us planted one tree that will give back oxygen? No, we have not done that. The third thing that greatly pains me as a doctor, how many students are committing suicide because they are not able to do well in school. Amma, eshtu odtaramma, nothing is going in my head. Do you know what have you done? Have you looked into the human brain is a machine. The computer cannot function efficiently. You will not hammer the computer. You look at what is wrong. Did you look at the child's? I ask only one question. How much I read? I can't remember, Amma. I ask only one question. Do you drink tea? Tea blocks iron. Iron is the backbone of memory, scholastic achievement and memory. Have you looked into the iron status? Every student who studies, have you checked the hemoglobin? If it is about 9 or 10, how can the students do well in school? No, how much ever you read, you can't do well, because the brain does not have the capacity. Have you checked the blood and found out if the hemoglobin is 15? You have not done that. Second, you want to build muscle, you have protein. You want to build brain. What is the brain made of? Fat. What fat does it require? Essential fatty, especially either omega-3 or ghee. According to Ayurveda, not that I am espousing Ayurveda, homeopathy, I am an allopathy guy, but Ayurveda says ghee is brain food. For my children were studying, I absolutely instituted my wife, take a teaspoon of ghee to my children. Look at children who are not doing well. I stopped tea, asked them to take a teaspoon of ghee. Later they said, Mama, they can't even put the book down because the brain craves for information. Have we done that? We have not done that. And lastly, I am so many school days, I got a call from Mr. Trivandrum, director of something. He said, sir, every other day my child is falling sick and not able to go to school. The first time in the world that was discovered why a child, I am an ENT guy, why a child got tonsils, it is my team. I give compliment to my postgraduate who did that research. We found recurrent frequent fevers are caused by deficiency of zinc. The other day this person, when I was crossing, sir, please save us. Continuous fever for 5 days, nothing is happening, all tests are negative. I can't treat you by another doctor. Anyhow, it is an unethical thing I have done. I write a small medicine, don't tell anybody, go to the medical shop, take it and give it. If my science is right, today evening 5 o'clock, tomorrow by 5 o'clock your fever should be normal. By next 5 o'clock evening, 5 o'clock the fever has disappeared. What did I give? Zinc is a backbone of immunity. Do we have immune enhancement therapy in medical course? We don't have. Maybe 1 or 2 classes on immunology, but how to enhance the immune system do we talk about? We don't. So therefore, these are crucial things. How many students are there in Mangalore? 35,000 students. Number one, look after their health. Are you iron replete and zinc adequate? You are not. Look after the brain. A little bit of ghee every day. Do not touch tea. In my family, it was absolutely, no, don't touch at all. Number 3, how much it's, I can't remember as a faculty, you can't remember, learning is an art. Have I taught any child how to study is an art? Alvin Toffler said, if you have mastered the art of learning, no door will stand in your way. How long it takes? 1 hour a day is enough to be a topper. Have we taught the technique of studying? We have not taught. So these are crucial things which are absolutely required for the betterment of society. The greatest export for us are fantastic boys and girls, which we are not really focused on. Only 0.6% of the professional students who come out of a college are employable, because the 94% are unemployable because they are unprofessional. So do we have a professionalism as a course in all professional colleges, or a central standalone institution that looks after professionalism? How to talk, how to work, how to internet, how to do and network. Do we have that? We don't have. These are crucial, essential things missing in society. Please let us get together, focus on it, build fantastic boys and girls who will go out of the world and bring in the huge revenue that India badly needs. Thank you.
So before we wind up, you have 3 minutes to talk about you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What else I should say, Paulose? I am not an individual had a larger number of social capital with me. I am made up of larger number of friends like this only. I am not a person. I had the social capital to make what I am today. I have had all the benefits reaped from my friends. So in a way, I am a self-made man, and that's why, like what ma'am said, give back to society. Every day I think one or the other way, one or the other person who needs some help, and that's why I all the time think at least one day, at least one person a day, to think in terms of as to how I can best help him or her in my own way, so that he or she becomes self-sufficient. This is my idea, because I know how difficult it was to live and eat food, wear dress, and then walk up to the schools. It is difficult. Every day 7 miles walking, 7 kilometers up and down, 14 kilometers walking to a school was not an easy job for me. So I see large number of students today enjoying, and I see large number of students having the same kind of social problems. I want to respond there. I want to also touch their heart in one or the other way, trying my best. Now I am taking your help. We are reaching to the global village, and in one or the other way. And whenever I have a problem, I can always go to doctor. Whenever I have problem with my students, I can go to ma'am asking for some help. And anything with Vineetha ma'am, with whom I have been working since many years, I can go. Now I know if there is some unemployed, I can always drop into Hebich. And I'm happy to see that you are there connecting people, and more so connecting the heart. What else I can say? What a great messengers from the God. You are all the messengers from God, and you are doing a wonderful job. I really appreciate. In Mangalore, people like you can definitely bring in change. Change not everywhere, if not the youngsters. I am so happy to be associated with
the first internet global TV is now the first internet connection, connecting the hearts from different fields, from different various, like we have Hindu, Muslim, Christians all on one set, we can say. So this itself is a big
What a wonderful term to close. What a wonderful term to close.
So this is a wonderful thing to say, that yes, we all are together. So this is the thing. So please hold, sir. Let us make this.
We work together.
So we work together.
We work together.
I should thank the professional shooting
team. Yes. And we are getting connected only because of the youngsters.
Yeah.
So your future is in your hand.
And then we all love you.
And we all love you. Unconditional love.